So it was indeed written by all of you.
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you, you probably figured out everything the moment you laid eyes on the message.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. When a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the signature of our full name. If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly... Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change... She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's mind without any warning. If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world, and...
The one who would never lie is... me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, as for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Board?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every child in Mondstadt has read...
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an... Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat at the mage's table?
Paimon's getting more and more lost.
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who ate Alice. You've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in... I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But now...
Do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued, and I'm now even more drawn towards the...
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors, but you are different.
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have... Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the supreme blessing...
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end are those who will greet... Dear child, I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pain, but no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best friends again. Regardless of as long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best...
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group... Anyway, I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do for today.
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. I'm sure we'll see each other... Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to... that time of year?
Yes, it's wind bloom again, Alice.
It's also a special anniversary date.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on this day. Just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom. Everyone, please enjoy this year's win.
Whoa! Ah! Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you'd feel better if you just, let it out.
I'm fine. I'm just, a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might prove helpful to you.
Okay.
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you tell us?
It's nothing, really. It's just, well, Alice's story, but still... Of course, I didn't actually expect the Supreme Blessing to be real, but...
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly, it's more on me for having agreed to be the Windbloom Festival special.
If anything, it should be my fault for finding that
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like... this whole...
But I'd say we still learned something new.
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right?
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean... I just really don't want her to get mad at me.
Hey, you three? You may want to look over there.
Huh? Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar?
Yep, that's her. And she actually came all the way to Mondstadt.
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you...
Are you so happy just to...
of course I am. I'm so happy that, I don't, sorry, I don't know what to say.
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding, but now that I've seen you like this, I suppose you said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then...
Should we go see how they're doing?
I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really? We'll just leave them alone then.
I am so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to say, I'm even more, and you can be happy just to see others happy. And you gave me so much help without any expectations in return.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave or tenacious as you. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't know in the future. Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say. You just need to believe that all of your...
But... isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
Well...
I may have read about...
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? To think that people would talk about that while on a date. My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date once. all with a smile on her face. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something, as long as you recognize that it's something good for you. Why don't you give it a try, Collei?
Okay, I'll try my... They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even find a moment to join in.
I nearly forgot.
This texture... Are these...
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds of the sweet flower cultivars that I've worked on. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars that I've made. So, they're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my wind blooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see.
Thank you. I'll plant them in the Avidia forest and take good care of them.
Collei, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrosa's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's doors will always remain open.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I'm just really happy. Sucrose, now's your chance. Didn't you want to collect a breath of joy?
You're right. I almost...
Oh, really? May I?
Of course. Huh? What was that?
It was like a little cloud of happiness, and now it flew away.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test tube. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any break.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive your letter.
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tignari! Cyno!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you. Cyno wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess, I'd say he probably wants you to use it if you challenge him to a duel.
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare challenge me?
Can you believe this guy? Huh. Let's knock him off his high horse. Wait! I've got something to give you, too. Huh? Collei has a gift for us? Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepared a few small... I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tignari, and Cyno. During Windbloom, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important to them. You three are family to me.
But Tignari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with us.
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should be just fine.
I agree. Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler, Paimon, and everyone else from Mondstadt. Whoa, are these really for us?
So, are these your chosen Windblooms?
Mm-hmm, one of them. Both Padisauras and Sumeru roses are my Windblooms. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feeling. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who I wish to accompany. The real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so.
I'm so happy to hear you say...
Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there?
Huh?
Doesn't it look just like your test tube?